People have been waiting a really long time to see Volkswagen's id.buzz. We saw a concept back in 2017, and it blew people's minds. But now it's 2022, and we're finally seeing a production version. Unfortunately, this isn't our production version. This is the European model. But there's plenty in common, and I'm pretty stoked to show it to you.
The id.buzz lacks the hippie-fueled nostalgia of previous concept versions, and the end result is, I think, better for it. This is a thoroughly modern EV, and it's based on the same Volkswagen MEB architecture that underpins the ID.4. And as such, the Buzz is packing an 84 kilowatt-hour battery, of which 77 kilowatt-hours are usable, and that is paired with a single rear electric motor that produces 201 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque. But you know what? We'd be shocked if it didn't get the ID.4 Pro's dual motor drivetrain before too long. We're betting range will be somewhere south of the ID.4's 268 miles, given that the Buzz has a slightly porkier profile. The exterior harkens back to the classic T2 transporter vans of the 1960s, but it ditches some of that flower power for clean, modern exterior design. Make no mistake though, we do dig the throwback styling touches like the available two-tone paint jobs and the giant dinner plate-sized Volkswagen badge on the Buzz's fairly flat snout. On the interior, it's more good news, with tons of room for people and stuff, even in this shorter wheelbase European model.
So the interior of the id.buzz is pretty cool, but from a driver's standpoint, it's a lot like the ID.4. And that means that if you want a sneak preview ahead of this car's release, just go to your Volkswagen dealer and try one out. id.buzz has a ton of interior storage. It's a van. So if you want a place to put all your crap, whether it's your phone, which could go here, or if you need to charge it, there's USB-C ports everywhere. There's fold-away cup holders. There's even a removable center console. Basically, if you need a place to put people or stuff, id.buzz has you covered.
We also dig all the fun little Easter eggs that Volkswagen has hidden throughout the van. There are winking smiley faces covering screws for the interior door handles. There are embossed buses in the armrests, as well as a bus logo on the rear glass that also features a tiny umbrella that you can see when you move the rear wiper. It's fun, but it's not too twee, and you know what? That totally works for this kind of vehicle. It's hard to argue with the id.buzz's looks, and from what we can tell so far, it's nailing things on the engineering side too. We absolutely can't wait to get behind the wheel of one, though it's important to remember that this is a slightly shorter wheelbase version of the model we're getting in the US. We're also kinda concerned about the id.buzz's range, if it holds to what the ID.4's is. It's fine-ish for now, but in 2 years it probably won't look so hot alongside the competition. And that's just something to consider.
So that's the Volkswagen id.buzz, and I think it was worth the wait. Unfortunately, if you want to put one in your driveway, the wait's going to be a lot longer. We're going to see a debut in 2023 and a production version in dealers in 2024. Until then, keep an eye on Roadshow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon.